in date I am adding some dates available. So 01st August 2019. Okay, then I want to just I'm leaving the blank, okay, for next two. Then third one I am adding again the one date, that is 02 August 2019, and then this is the fourth, okay, fifth record, and this is also I am leaving blank. Okay, I am not added a date here. Again here I am not adding a date, so let's add this. Okay, okay, don't think about this what it is like ID. I'm just showing the something which is showing a blank in the date. One date is showing, some other date are showing a blank, so what to do with this? So that example I'm going to take. Okay, 22, 22. Okay, sorry, 1, then 2nd August, 3rd, this is the 4th August, 5th, 6th, 7th, this is the 8th. Okay, in the data set you can see in the date field there is some data missing, so let me just save this, okay, and refresh the data in Power BI. So how to refresh the data? If we get a new data in data set, how to refresh this? How to get into the Power BI? So there is a refresh button.
Refresh preview.
Okay, so refresh preview or refresh all. Refresh all for all data set and refresh preview for current. Okay, just clicking on the refresh preview. Okay, now you can see we got age showing a, why it is showing error. Age. Let me check. Robin. Okay, there is no age available. Okay, so I'm saving this. Again refresh it. Okay, now we can see just a second. What is the date column? Where is the date column? Okay, so I'm saving this file, save as. Okay, so let's connect with the other file. So how to connect with the file? Click on this, click on the text file, go to the here custom date file, open the custom date. Okay, now you can see in the data we have ID, name, age, date. There is a date are missing, there is some dates are missing for the customers. I want to replace this null into the particular date. What I want to replace? The first date I want to replace with the next one. This second date I want to replace with the next 3 one. Are you getting what I am saying? Like first day is the 1st August 2019. That will replace with the null. Every time will come 1st August 2019, 1st August 2019. Okay. Then new date are coming 4 August 2019. Okay. So next all 3 nulls will be replaced with the 4th August 2019, 4th August 2019 and 4th August 2019. Understood? So this kind of things I want to replace with this. Okay, so now we have this date. How to do this task? This task? So let's go to the transform tab. In transform tab, if you see, there are some features. Some of the features we already seen, and some features I think we have not seen yet. So what are the features we have not seen? Forget about this, run our script. Let's talk about this one. Group by already we have seen. Use first row as a header, that also we seen. Transpose, okay, transpose we have seen. Count rows also we had seen. Reverse, not yet. Okay, then rename, if you want to rename the some common name, field name, that is use of this. Okay, if you want to know the data type, that one we already seen. Then there is a replace value we already have taken. Pivot column and pivot move means if you want to move the column, let's say I want to move this date column to the here. Okay, so we can directly drag this column here. Okay, so same thing is here, it is showing. Okay, either you can go this way or directly you can just drag this like this by yourself, ordering the column. Okay, so this waiting. Okay, then there is a convert to the list. Then there is a convert to the list. Okay, but if you see, there is a fill features are there. What is the use of the fill features? That is a down and up. Okay, what is the use of this down and up? Okay, so if you want to replace the 1st August 2019 with the rest of the null, okay, then we should use the fill down. Okay, but if you want to go from the bottom to the top, okay, to filling the value, then we should use the fill up. So let's see how it will work. So is it add column? No. Okay, transform. So let's see the fill. I'm clicking on this, then click on the down. Okay, can you see this? 1st August 8 2019, 1st August 8 2019, all null replaced with the 1st August. Okay, now next date has been come, so it will replace all the null with the latest date. Okay, then again each one, so it goes from top to the bottom. Okay, but if your requirement is like other thing, you want to go from the bottom to the top, so how will you do this? Let's go back. Okay, now there is a 8. I want to replace the bottom to the top, so 8 will replace with the all these 3 null, then 4th August will replace with the all these 2 null. So let's try this. Okay, so let's click on the up. Now you can see 8 has been replaced with the all 3 null, then 4 August is replaced with the top, next to top null. Understood what is the use of the fill? If somebody asks you what is the use of the fill, or people will not when you go for the interview, they will not ask you what is the use of the fill. Okay, fill down or what is the features of this. They will give you scenario like I have some this column, I have some date, some date are not available. Okay, it is not about only date. Okay, it can come with the string, it can be the number. Okay, so if there is a missing value, I want to replace with the latest date, so how will I do this? So you should, if you practice on this already, you know very well what are the each and every features, what is this use of this each and every function, then you will definitely will be able to answer this. Okay, so they will always ask you the in scenario, they never go like what is use of this, what is use of this. Okay, they will not ask you, they will just give you scenario, you have to tell them what you need to do. Okay, understood now everyone?
Yes.
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 Okay, so this is the fill in and fill down, that's it. And mostly interviewer will ask you this question. This is a common question I have seen, till date mostly they ask you. Okay, then the custom column. Okay, now there is a custom column. Custom column means what? Let's say when you connect to the any of the file, you don't require all the column, you require some of the columns. Okay, what I mean, let's go here. When I connect to the any of the data, so let me connect with the one data set, one big file. So Okay, let's connect with the Adventure Work sales data. Okay, when you connect with this file, you will get all the columns from the table. Okay, you will get all the columns. But what if your requirement has a very limited? You have require some 2 to 3 4 column from this table. You don't need all 100 columns. Okay, because if you are taking all 100 column, it is impacting on your performance, okay, of the tool. So it will be better if you take the only require column. So how will you take the require column only? How will you take only require column? So if you go to the advanced editor, if you know little bit about the code, you can do some changes. Okay, so when you go to the advanced editor, it can show you the steps when it connected to the file. This is the first line, connection of the file. Then second line for the header. Third is for the change type. Okay, let's say if you want to just need a require column, what you will do? See what is saying, custom column. Every time all require column are not available in data source. So to extract the require column, the column based on existing column. Okay, it is a other example. Okay, this example I will tell you. So what I was saying, if we need some require column, okay, so require column means, let's say there is a now 7 to 8 column. Okay, I want only 2 to 3 columns. So what I will do, I will take only 2 to 3 columns. Okay, so that topic we will cover when we connect to the actual online data source. So I am going to set up this data source, so you would be able to connect with the data. Okay, so I have to purchase that server and install all the servers. So once I will be available, it will be available for everyone. Okay, so let's take the this example in the notes. So what it is saying, if you have some already column, okay, and you require some of the different column means what? Let's connect with the one of the data. Let me connect with the one of the data set, recent data set. Okay, so let's connect with the data set. Let's connect with the employee and department table data. So previously we had connected, if you remember, through the web. So same already have saved, so I am connecting. Okay, let's select the EMP department table and click on the OK. Okay, in the employee table you can see we have employee number, name, their job description, manager, hire date, and there what is their monthly salary. Salary is there, yeah. So what is their salary? So this is a monthly salary is available. If you want yearly salary, what is the package, yearly package salary of the each employee? We don't have this column. How will you take out in? How will you find out? Then definitely we need to create a one more column, right, and do the some calculation, right? Like 12 is a in 1 year there is a 12 month, so 12 into the salary, it means it will give you the yearly salary. Okay, so that is what in the it is saying. So every time if you want to create a custom column, Okay, every time all required column are not available in data source, so to extract the required column, new column based on existing column. Okay, so that is what we are trying to do. So let's how to create a custom column and find out the like a yearly salary for each employee. Anyone? Okay, so go to the add column. I am creating one more column. Okay, so I am creating conditional, not conditional. Is the add column? Okay, custom column. Okay, so click on the custom column. What I want yearly salary per annum. Salary per annum. Okay, so how to find out per annum salary? There is a salary column, we have already have it. Insert. Okay, salary into 12. Salary into 12. It means it will give you yearly salary. Okay, so new column you can see. So this employee having the particular yearly salary 9,600. Second employee having a 19,200. Okay, so these are the salary. So this is how we can create a custom column. That is called as a custom column. Okay. Then there is an example, creating a KPI, computing the required value, etc. So how to create a KPI? The last time we already seen how to create a KPI. KPI column.
Using conditional
column, right? So if you want to show the like some conditional column, right? Like categorical value or some kind of value. Let's say I want to know if any person who is having the more than 10,000 salary. Okay, if more than 10,000 salary, he is a average, good, that kind of value I want to create in a separate column. Okay, that is called as a KPI. Okay, so how to create a KPI? Click on the conditional column. Okay, click on the conditional column. I want to create a new column which will show that is a employee, he is level 1, level 2 or level 3. Okay, in salary level. So let's say I am creating a new column. Salary level. Okay, if salary per annum equal to or does not is greater than or equal to let's say 10,000, then he must be the level A. In add clause, if salary per annum greater than or equal to less than or equal to 1,000, is 1,000 there? Let me check. Okay, 9,000 less than 10,000. Sorry, 96,000. 96,000. Then he is the level C, and between rest of the thing he will be the level B. Okay, mid of the salary between the 9,600 to the 10,000, he will be the level B. Okay, so let's click on OK. Okay, you can see more than, less than or less than equal to 9,600, that is a level C. If salary is having a more than 10,000, it means level A. Okay, so all level A, and level B is not there because all salary are more than 10,000 here. Okay, so this is a KPI. This is KPI. So let's create a one chart based on this. Okay, so how to save this? Whatever we done in Power Query Editor, how to save this?
On home, close and apply.
Home. Okay, click on close and apply. Okay, so click on close and apply. So when you click close and apply, you will get data back to the here. Okay, so let's wait. You will come back to the main screen. That is for the visualization screen. Now we will create a one chart. Okay, okay, now click on the adventure workspace. Is it workspace or employee table, right? Click on the employee table. I want to know how many people. Okay, I want to add that KPI. Where is our KPI column? Salary per annum, salary, EMP salary level. Okay, so how many employee belong to the level A salary, how many employee belong to the level B, so that we will see. So I want to create a one pie chart. In that I want to show the how many customers are. So how to add? I want to take the count of the customers. How will I take? So I am taking the employee number, here, and I will take the count distinct of employee number. Okay, it is showing in the text. I want to convert into the pie chart. So you can see in the visualization there is a pie chart showing. In the visualization it is showing a pie chart. So click on the pie chart. Okay, so what it is showing? It is showing 14. We need to give the KPI now. What KPI? How many belong to the level A? How many belong to the level B out of 14? Okay, so let me make it bigger. So how to add? Where is the KPI? This is a KPI. Okay, so just add the EMP salary level here. Okay, now you can see the level A, how many are there? Only one, and 13 people belong to the level C. So this is how we need to create a KPI in the chart. We require it. Okay, so right now this is for just some sample example, but when we start the project, okay, real-time project, I will go through the each and every one. So you will clearly understand how KPI will be created, how business actually work in real time, how real time we actually connect to the actual online database, and how we get the data. So don't worry about that, like how you will like tackle the interview. Okay, what are the questions we'll ask, what questions the interview will be asked. Okay, how to answer this, everything will be covered. I will give you personally, each and every one I will give you personally to conduct your interview. Okay, so that you don't need to worry. Just only you need to focus on the whatever we are going through each day. You have to do the practice, and through the notes. Out of the notes there will not be any question, that definitely I will say. Okay, so this is how only for this reason we have to create a KPI, okay, in the query editor. Understood everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go back to the notes. In Power BI it is possible to create a new column based on the existing column, okay, that we just have seen, right? So this is the same way task. Display customer wise, month wise, monthly income, monthly order quantity. Okay, so how to do this? Display customer wise, monthly wise, monthly income and monthly order quantity. How to find out? Okay, so we need to connect with the AW customers data. So what data we have it? So let's connect with the AW customers. AW customers. Okay, let's connect. Click on the load data. Okay, so we connected with the AdventureWorks customer data. Now what is our scenario? Our scenario is task is display customer wise, month wise, monthly income and monthly order quantity. Customer wise, month wise, okay, customer wise and month wise also. Okay, so do we have customer column, name, customer column? We have customer ID. Okay, so customer ID is nothing but a customer column, or there is a first name, last name also customers, but you know that name can be the duplicate. There could be the two name in one column, same name persons, I mean name will be same but people will be different. So better to take the customer key always, so it will be unique like Aadhaar card. Okay, so customer key we will take customer wise, month wise. So where is a month? Month wise. Okay. We don't have month. Okay, we don't have month. We have birth date. Okay, but from birth date we need to extract the month or year something. It will create a problem. So okay, let me just delete this. Okay, let me connect with some global sales data. At least global sales data. Okay, so customer wise, monthly income, right? So we have customer name, customer ID we can say. Okay, so customer wise, month wise. So month we need to extract from the order date. We don't have separate column for the month. We need to extract the month from the order date. How to extract? Anyone?
Select order date in the add column.
Okay, in the add column.
Or transfer date function.
Okay, date function. Go to the month.
Month.
Okay, so should I take a month, this one, or name of month? Okay, so let's try the month. Month will return the number. Always remember, month will return the number. If you take the month name, it will return the string, that is a January, February, March. Okay, but same way it will return, but it will return the number in the month. Okay, so let's try to use the month again. Month name. Where is the order date? Order date. Okay, this one. So let's go to the month, name of month. Okay, name of month. So now you can see you will get a month name. Okay, July, February. But when you take the month, it will give you in the number month. Okay, but when you take the month name, you will get the in the string format. Now what is our question? Customer wise, month wise, total salary and total order quantity. So we have here in this data set we have quantity available. Okay, so we will try first quantity. Okay, customer wise, month wise and quantity. So where is the customer? There is a customer ID. Okay, so how to do this? Customer wise, month wise. Anyone? Shamli? Renuka?
Please repeat question.
Yeah, so my question is we need to do the customer wise, month wise, monthly income or order quantity, monthly order quantity. So we don't have income in the our data set, but we have quantity. Okay, so already we extracted the customer, okay, customer name, and we extracted the month also. Okay, now we need to do the customer wise, month wise, monthly income. How to find out? How to do the task? Customer wise, month wise. Okay, so we need to do the group by. Click on the group by. Click on the group by. So group by based on what? Group by based on the customer and month. Customer and month. So let's create a advance. Okay, so we can add a two grouping, customer ID and month level. Where is a month? Where is a month? Okay, month name. Now let's try this count. Okay, what we want to do, we need to take the summation on the sum of the all quantity, total order quantity. Sum quantity okay. Now you can see for particular customer in particular month how many order they received. They received 17 order. For this customer in February month they received this month. Okay, so let's do this. If you do the how to sort this, click on the drop down, click on the ascending order. Okay, so for this customer, see, this is the same customer but having a different month and different order quantity for particular month. Okay, so if I do something like month wise, then customer wise, month wise and customer wise, then total order quantity, what will happen? So month will come here, customer ID will come here. Okay, we will not do this thing. Let me sort the customer ID. But if you see for particular customer, if I am selecting particular customer, the first customer 10315, this customer okay, for this particular customer for particular month, okay, this is only single customer, and in which customer particular how many orders they receive, okay. But if you see, the month order is not in proper format, month order is not in proper order, right? Like ascending, like a January, February, March, this should be the order here, right? But it is not giving. So what should we do in that case? What should we do? So there's a trick, okay. So let's go back. I'm deleting these steps. Okay, when we do the group by, we should take the month also, not month ID. Okay, so let's take advance. I'm taking customer ID. Month name, month ID, month number. Okay, okay. Total order quantity, sum of quantity. Okay, let's click on the OK. Okay, so let's select one of the customer. Okay, but if you see the month which is showing in the not in proper order, like ascending order, like January, February, March, it should show the in the proper order, but it is not showing. So what should we do? even if you do the ordering based on the month, okay, if I do the sort ascending, so let's try this sort ascending. What will happen? It will not sort, it will sort based on the keyword, not on the like your month, like ABCD order. So first will come August, second will be Feb, okay. Even if I did the ascending order, it is showing August, December, so it means it is doing the based on the keyword like ABCD capital wise, okay. But this is not a proper, that is not we want January, February, March in that sequence, it is not coming, right? So let's go back. I don't want to sort, okay, on the month name. What I will do, if you do the sort on the month, this one, okay, from ascending where, okay, 1 2 3, so one will be January, second will be the Feb, right? So let's do the ascending order on the month. Okay, now you can see we got the January, February, March in the proper month order, right? So based on the this column we did this one. But now what is our requirement? We want customer wise, month wise, total order quantity. We don't want this column. So what to do? We need to hide this column. We need to hide, or you can remove. No, okay. So we need to hide this. Is there any hide option? Is there? Okay, so you got the required data. Customer wise, month wise, total order quantity. Now this is for the only one customer. If you want to all customer, we can just select all customer. So also we need to filter on the then both. Okay, so this is how we need to solve the. If you get the such kind of scenario, you should explain the this way. Okay, so most of the time interview will ask you this kind of scenario. If I want to link the sequence wise, what to do? So this is a way to solve your problem. Understood? Any question on this? Everyone? Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Got
Okay. So that was the solution. So let's go for next. Okay, so this is way done. Okay, so same KPI, the KPI example we had seen just now. So same way you can do this. This is one of the example. Then there is a task again for the KPI, gain or loss. If profit is less than 0 means it is a loss, profit is greater than 0 means profit in a gain. Okay, then there is an assignment for the KPI. Okay, so these are the assignment you have to try this. Try to do by yourself. Okay, then you will understood what is the happening here. If any issue you are getting, we can connect and we can also start working on it. Okay, but I don't think this is very difficult. It is the same like we have seen already. Okay, now next is appending query. What is the appending query? What is the appending query? Appending query allow us to combine the data from multiple table. Appending query allows us to combine the data from multiple table or files having the same column structure and matching data type. See, if you have, what is the use of the join? What is use of the join? Join we use to combine the two table, right? Two or more than two tables. Then what is the use of the append? If we can use the join to join two table, then what is use of the append? Append also we can combine the two table. But what we need to have it, both the tables should have same name of column. Both the tables should have same name of column. Same name of column means, let's say this is a table 1. This is a table 1 and this is a table 2. Okay, in table 1, let's say you have ID, name, salary, column. Okay, in table 2, ID, name, and you don't have like you have something different like bank name and something different. Okay, SID. When you want to perform the appending, you cannot do this. When you want to perform the appending on this two table, you cannot do this, because appending rule is you should have a common column on the both table. Like if you have ID, name, salary, then you should have ID, name, salary also here. Okay, it is just used for club the data. It is just used to club the data into the one data set. Okay, so you should not have data. You should not have data like ID, name, and salary. Okay, only this column should be there. You should not have like a other name column. You should not have other data type. Everything should be same. Then only you can do the appending. Then now what is the appending? So let's say I have record ID is 1, Raj, and salary is 50. Okay, here also 2 and salary also. Okay, when you do the appending, so what will be the result? ID, name, salary. So what will be the result? Result will be 1 Raj, $50,000. Second is 2 so 2 Mac 1,000. Okay, so this will be the output for the appending. When you do the append, your output will be like this from the both the table. Understood? Everyone understood what is of the append?
Yes.
Okay, so you cannot connect like this table and this table. at least your table should have same name of column from both the table and data type. Okay, then you will be able to do this. Otherwise it cannot take the as a appending. Append is nothing but the union. Append is nothing but the union. Okay, union all. Okay, so this is called as a appending. See, append is nothing but also known as stacking the data. Stacking means one above other. What we did, see, first record is just taken, okay, then second record is just taken in the next step. So it is the stacking one by one, okay, and it will club into the one table. So that is the appending. Then append means adding the row to the existing table. Okay, appending is similar like a union in SQL, whereas merging query is equal to the join. Okay, so merge is nothing but a join and append is nothing but a union. Okay, so these are the example. Okay, so I think we already running out of the time. Okay, so any question till now?